had, I think, 2 drops, maybe even 3. So that's something that we have to do a better job of. But the great thing is those guys want to make those plays as bad as I want them to make those plays. So they've showed up every day, early to pre-practice, and trying to get in a position to catch balls, and get ready to catch balls this weekend. So we have to catch the ball much better than we did this past week.
Grady Vicks in yellow, is it going to be okay?
I hope so. We'll see.
Injury?
He played really, really hard last Thursday, and he put it all on the line for his team from a physical standpoint. So that's what happens, when you're a smaller guy and you play a lot of plays and get banged up a little bit. So we're going to ease him back into things, and hopefully we'll get him ready for this weekend. But if not, the pleasant surprise, which is Ahmad, is in position to go out and play well for us this weekend.
Is it Vic's head? Is that what got wrong with?
I think it's a bunch of things, to be honest with you. So you might need to check with Clint. But yeah, I don't think it's just one thing. He got banged up pretty good returning the ball last Thursday.
Coach, speaking of injuries, obviously JJ went down for you the other night, but Coach Spurrier did give TJ a game ball for his performance. So talk about the transition there. How much does it hurt you, JJ? Help us on that.
It hurts losing every player. It hurts because you're talking about defensive reps, you're talking about special team reps. So we always need as many good players ready to go as possible. So it hurts in every phase of the game. But again, that's why we always push guys to prepare themselves as if they were going to be a starter. So TJ came in, and obviously those guys, TJ and JJ, were competing for that spot. He came in and made all his tackles and made his checks and alerts and did a good job for us. So we would like to have JJ back. Again, we need as many good players as possible. But if he's not ready, then obviously TJ will step in just like he did against UNC.
As a coach, how many changes do you have to install in a week like this, where you go from a high-tempo offense, no-huddle type of shotgun thing, to a pro style, more or less what they run in Georgia? How many adjustments do you have to make with your guys?
Right. Honestly, it's not very many adjustments. The up-tempo offense, like North Carolina, really makes you better for a pro-style offense like Georgia. It prepares you because it puts you in the mindset of, I need to hurry up and get lined up. That's the biggest thing. A lot of times you see DBs taking their time. If I'm a field corner, I'm kind of looking back, looking for the call, and I'm taking my time. Well, the faster you get lined up, the more you'll see. The more you'll see the split of the receiver, the more you'll see the formation, the more time you have to look over at the sideline and see the down and distance. But if it takes you a long time to get lined up, then you don't see those things, and you're just reacting off whatever it is that receiver does. So really it was a blessing, in my opinion, to play North Carolina in that first game and get in the mindset of, hey, I got to hurry up and get lined up. Because now we take that same mentality, and we should be in position to make every check, make every communication that we need to make.
Georgia obviously lost Malcolm Mitchell to just a fluke, unfortunate accident. How does that change their passing game?
I don't think it changes it any. Malcolm is a really good player. I hate that he's injured. I hate that for him personally. But he's a really good player. But by the same token, all those other guys are good as well. 27, 82. 31, long, slim receiver. All those guys are good. Aaron Murray is probably one of the better quarterbacks we'll see, this year. So it affects them, I'm sure, losing a good player. But as far as our preparation, it doesn't make us relax at any point, because I know they have capable players to come in and fill the void that he left.
He's kind of a go-to guy when he's healthy, obviously. Is there a chance they may spread the ball out more in that passing game?
I wish I knew. I left my crystal ball at home. I wish I knew. But you're right, Malcolm he's a good player. He did everything for him: offense, defense, kick return. So I'm sure those guys from a coaching standpoint do a great job in recruiting. So I'm sure where the void is that he has, I'm sure other guys will step up and do a good job.
Coach, what's the role of your unit specifically when it comes to a team that can run the ball downhill like Georgia does with Marshall and Gurley and things like that? Do your guys need to play a little more downhill this week, or how do you teach that? You
know what? Again, our preparation has not changed. The responsibility of the secondary a lot of times in the run game, unless it's a screen run game like North Carolina, our responsibility in a traditional run game is to make sure that there are no long runs. So we have to chase the ball. Gurley, Marshall, all those guys, they make a living on runs of longer than 15, 20 yards. So from a corner standpoint, from a safety standpoint, you have to be in position. You can't relax. There can't be any lows. And we have to make sure we're chasing the ball in case someone misses, because surely someone will miss a tackle, or they will make someone, they will break a tackle. So we have to be in position to make sure there are no long runs, no long touchdowns. We have to make them earn everything that they might get.